Okay, familia, I hope you get your diving gear because we're about to go deep. Yesterday, I posted a video and more people resonated with it and they didn't take it down. So today we're going to deep dive in this. And this is what I mean by you're a corporation. So when you were born, your parents registered you in this birth certificate, okay? Now, when you read the bottom, it says right here, when you are born, your parents register you with the government as a corporation received and signed by the government. That right there is on your birth certificate. What is a corporation? A corporation is this. Okay? And you know how I told you yesterday in the pyramids about how a crystal, hold on, Toto, how a crystal is in the middle of the pyramid. It's in the middle of the pyramid like that. Okay? Let me get it closer. All right? And you walk up the steps in the pyramid, and there's an observation deck right here. And in that observation deck, there's a crystal like that. Okay? And in that crystal, we are down here in smart cities, okay? So let's just put smart city, okay? So you're down here in the smart city, okay? You've seen the movie Free Guy or whatever. And in that movie, and I don't like to relate to movies, but this is a duality plane. So they're in the same, so our planet Earth is right here. And then there's another one right here in a different duality plane. Okay? So there's like a grid line right here and then a grid line right here. How do you know that it's a grid line? Because when you look down, so you stand on a cloud and you look down at us, we look just like a grid line, but we have to because we're energetic beings. Okay? So when they talk about Jesus being nailed, I'm going to break this down for you. When he was nailed, so you see yourself right here, and now we'll just say Jesus, but his name is Yeshua, and the God name is Abba, okay? Not Jesus or God, because it's not even, it's spelled, when you read right to left, Jesus is Yeshua. You just got to say it, Jesus. You got to put the A on the end, okay? Because the J is not a real letter. It's not a letter in our language. And this is our language. This is when they did it. This is when they first hijacked us. Don't ask me where I got these pictures because I can't tell you. This is where they hijacked us. And you can see the emperor or the, what was that? The sultan. I'm not playing. The sultan. You can see that's the sultans, okay? And you can see where they hijacked the divine feminine. And in that divine feminine, they got us tied up. And that is not a needle. What that is chemical warfare. Because you can see us naked out on the land, just naked. Because we would just walk. It wasn't, if you go see Blue Lagoon, that's exactly how it is. But Earth was round like this, and in the middle was just the island. Okay, and it was all fire, fire, fire. And when we came down here to seed the planet, okay, you guys keep thinking, oh, we were born here, we evolved from the apes. You guys seen any animals evolve since you've been alive? Or your grandparents? Or their grandparents? The apes say in sign language to the humans, why do you not connect? Why do you kill and eat us? Why do you hurt your own? Because this was, and now, okay, let me finish. Now, so when we were down here, we had to come down to seed. Cuckoo, ka-choo. The people come off the ship, all right? They come down and they lay grid lines, okay? Because we got to lay a grid line, because you got to lay a grid line, because you got to connect to your home planet and your solar system, aka what people call down here the Anunnaki. Well, some of them are good, and some of them have you stuck like Chuck. So quit worshiping everything. Worship you. You're everything and nothing, but you're you. So quit following somebody. Go see a sun in the middle of your forehead, see a sun in your private, see the sun all over you, and bring in that information. Because when you were a little kid, where'd you play at? In the sun. They can't touch you till after the end of your puberty stage, and but they feed off you, but they can't do nothing to you. And I'm going to teach you how they do that. Okay. So when you came down here, okay, because remember, this is a duality. This is a solar system. They have to do it because we all come from Abba. Okay, Yahweh came down here. He didn't come down here and be like, worship me, everybody put the cross on and go to church on Sunday. But when you leave church, forget about it. Because when everybody goes to church, when they walk out them doors, they leave the lessons they learned inside there. They don't take them home and live them. We're out here killing and destroying. It tells all of us not to do that and their biblical stuff. You just got to read through their hieroglyphs. Okay? So when we came down here, we had to come down here and we had to lay grid lines. Okay? And then telecommunications, when we laid grid lines, they connected with this because we got the crystals from Earth. Okay, because we have to seed it. We are creator beings. You had kids, didn't you? Okay. So when you seed it, you got to seed it, the planet. So you come down here and you lay grid lines. And in that, we have seeds. That's why if you go look and you go Google our storehouse for seeds, we have all of our seeds ever in that storehouse. Because the same three amigos is still getting it because they're connected to the original organic grid line behind the Antarctica wall that we all think, oh, we can't go there. Yeah, we see you, Holly. Weird. Okay? We see you. All right, we got it. All right, you feed off our pineal gland fluid. Okay, we know now. Okay? Found you out. Okay, so, and in that grid, when you lay it down, it's got to connect to your home planet. But first, you got to come in. And now you've created this planet, okay? And in that, you have all these crystals on this planet. And what do crystals hold? Information. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Technology. Okay? As in technology, not internet tech. As in light body, organic, fly through the solar system, all that tech, okay? So you had to find crystals. You find these crystals all over your house. These crystals are old when the planet originated, and everybody's breaking them down to little pieces like, oh, look at me. No, because when this planet does open up for sure, and we have it back, all of us are going to take the crystals back to where they belong. I literally got a crystal with a frog that's broke down so little. How dare me purchase that and buy that? Because I knew, I didn't know then, I couldn't see because they got a fucking, one of them telescopes on your eye right here, on your third eye, and down here. That's why guys want to give it away or want it, like act crazy. Some people act crazy about it. But when you find one divine male, a divine male is going to have a hard time in his life, but he's going to love you so much. He will come see you on a bicycle. Now, I'm telling you, and they hijack the divine male because they know how powerful and smart they are. And they get them so bad on drugs, they can't help it. And all drugs are chemical warfare. So is alcohol. So stop drinking it. Think of all the liquor stores. When we were 6 and 7 years old, did we see any of them liquor stores? No, because they're evolving so fast with the drugs and alcohol. Weed is not what we think. It was organic at one time till they took the seed and fucking okey-doked it. So when we came down here, it was all rock and lava and stuff. That's why they keep the little fire burning all the time since 1972. Since night fever. Do you understand? Okay, so when the planet was originated, it was in all rock and lava. But we had to wait so long for the crystals come up because we can speed up growth, but there's not good knowledge when you have organic growth. We're not here to speed up. The only thing that's sped up in our life is the phones, the TVs, and the cars. We should have trees out there of food because I live in Ohio and it's hot 8 months out of the year, and there should be no reason why we should have to be paying for an apple when they got us going to church on Sunday with Adam and Eve in the apple. That don't make no sense. Okay? So when we gridded it and we came down here, we found the crystals from our planet. We had our seeds right here. Okay? We started building with the pyramids. It takes like 12 of us. Okay? And our original beings, some of us are flying angels, aka flying fish from Ava. Okay? We didn't just look like this being. We had evolved from this. So quit looking at this form at all. All this is your reishi. It helps you walk around. Stop forgetting you are spirit first. You have a body. You're not of the body. Okay? You have parents. They're your parent. They're not parents. They're a parent. You have to originate. Your soul sparks has to originate from somewhere. You originate from the holos. Okay? Ava or avocado. Okay? But that's a good metaphor. Okay? So when you're an avocado, you have a seed inside. You have your plasma on your outside, and then you have your shield outside your plasma. So when you're that avocado, you're the seed. Here's your seed. And now here's your plasma, and then here's like your shell. And they come in with their Jim's Jones juice and light you up. Okay? So let me show you this, all right? So we're going to erase this here. So when we came back down here, to get our pyramids, to get our shit in order for the planet, because we were about to create, because we're creator beings. So we had to come down here to lay our grid, to get the stuff from our ship, okay? And then we had to connect this grid. So we had to build these pyramids, and it takes 12 of us. And we all build the pyramids. We go inside to our cavity. We have a cavity inside us. That's why they have us get cavities with all their sugar bullshit. Stop eating gum. Okay, it hurts your pineal gland. All the shit does. But we're creator beings, so transmute it. Just do what you can. Collapse anything that is not of your highest good. Always. Okay, so when we came down here, this is how we do it. We pull in from the sun, the holos, the central sun. And in that pull in, so say I am a telephone pole, okay? But I'm a human. You need a body to make a grid, no matter what. So say this is the grid line. When we put our when we started seeding the planet, we found the crystals, we made pyramids. We used the pyramids with our mind, with telecommunications. Okay? And in them telecommunications, we took the crystal to our ship. We made it into a wand, because that is how we transmute. That's how we transfer our grid telecommunications, because it's organic. Okay, how do you know that we're not on an organic grid? The telephone poles, there should be no wiring. Okay, we're organic. We get the crystal from the planet. We put it in an organic stone structure from the planet of limestone, because it comes from the planetary structure, and we get the crystal from the planetary structure. We chisel out with our minds. That's why you see all them great big places with all the Buddhas and the temples and shit that are all carved out, because we carve them out with our minds. We just didn't get up there, do. You gotta have laser shit to do that. That's how that whole Maui shit happened, you guys. It was a laser fire, because Maui used to be the Mayans. Okay, but we're not all innocent down here. because we can't go around killing people and killing our own. The water is technology. And this, I'm going to tell you how these guys okey doked us. So after we created these pyramids and we created this, we started to create beings. And Abba created the angelfish. I don't know the first creation, but they were from the planetary structure of the emerald. Okay, that's why they do the whole bullshit with Wizard of Oz. We are from the emerald, and in that emerald we lived in rock structures. And in them rock structures, the water would give us technology and it would give us information. You would find sprouts in the water, and the sprout is like a water fairy. Okay, some of you are them. Some of you are of the Fae, are of the Gnome, are of the Sasquatch. Even this negative being that they're giving us, the viral drone, this guy right here, this is what's in the Jim's Jones juice. This guy right here. Some of us got this on us. If you got the Jim's Jones juice, you could have got it on you. I did, okay? And I know I got it on me. But I'm not going to bitch and complain about it, because they did it to us in Atlantis when they did it with the Sphinx, when they changed our DNA with the feminine lion. That's when they seeded us. When they seeded us, they created animals. So you have to create something to become something. Okay? So all of us have like cat in us, dog in us through our evolutionary process. Okay? But all of us don't. Because again, we have been hijacked in this soul system, not solar system. It's a soul system. It's a soul trapping system. However they fucking do it. Because they went from the beings. At one time you were one no finger being, then one finger being, then two finger being, then three. Do you understand? That's why one means everything and nothing. That's what holos means. Like you went from a guppy through, a lot of us went from a guppy to all the animal kingdom, to where we enjoy this human figure in our avatar. We're just not understanding because we all have been programmed to the max. And some of us do come from the Cabbage Patch Kids. That's why they honor the Cabbage Patch Kids. All of them in their Cabbage Patch house. If you go look at their Cabbage Patch house, you will shit. They have a whole shrine. Why? Because some of us come from the divine cabbage. What's wrong with that? Yeah, they've hurt us. Yeah, they've done all kinds of stuff, but we can either not stay in fear. Because if fear comes in your life, be like, thank God you chose me. Let's party. Because I'm going to win. I am not afraid. What can happen? You get birthed back in and you're evolving more. It either gets better or worse. Yes, it's gotten worse financially, but none of us do nothing about it. Why are we not doing anything about it? I'm going to tell you why. Because all of us don't vibrate the same. Okay? I'm just being honest. Because when you have this in their bloodline out here that is one of your neighbors, and you just don't know yet. None of us do. And they don't even know. And if some of us do know, we're showing respect to them by not saying anything. Literally. Okay? Like I said the other day, some of us are hybrids. Some of us are human hybrids. Okay? Some of us are from different soul systems. What is our soul system? Saturn, Pluto, Mars, Venus, Earth, and I forget the other one. I forget them all. I'm not great at it. You know what I mean? I'm just going off. And I'm going to show you what they did. So look, if you go watch Dark Crystal, this is my globe, okay? I try to explain it and it's heavy. So you see how it's up like this? So imagine when you go see the picture of the, so now imagine your body in the middle here, just like this. You see the grid. Look at this as a grid going around it. Look at this as a grid, okay? And in that grid, you're connected to energy, conjunction, junction. What's your function? And then you see the railroad track. What is the railroad track? It is energy. Okay, you watch The Simpsons and Mr. Burns, you see the trains. Go back to their old pictures and Tartarian and all their mind control. That's why we have a friggin' train underneath the Christmas tree at Christmas. The tree is energy, and so is the train, and so are you. Ho, ho, ho! When you feel like and you have a wet dream at night, or you feel like you want to bust a nut, they're feeding off you. Ho, ho, ho! Okay? So imagine this is a grid, all right? And imagine this is our grid, and this is their grid, okay? And now I'm the protrudian man. They locked me in. Like say we're at Americana, all right? And this is their grid. And this is the bottom part is the car, and the top part is you. I mean, the bottom part is your feet or your hands or your feet. They haven't me locked because how they crucified Jesus, they locked our feet. Because all Jesus is a 4-way train stop. That's all he's making. It's a 4-way train stop. It's just a 4-way stop. So they stop you. Like, you ain't doing shit, motherfucker. We know you're powerful. We know you can pulsate us. Some of us beings we can all be separate, and then we can all come together in one formation and make the avatar of that formation and pulse ships and annihilate them. Some of us are very, very nice and loving until you cross us and we'll throat punch you. But we're very loving. But when you lie to us and you steal from us and you cheat us, or you try to do nasty stuff with our dudes and don't respect us and hold us in the highest of respect, we see you before you see us. That's how intelligent some of us are. Okay, so imagine this is their grid, and it is. They lock your feet in, and now you circle and you reincarnate on the wheel of karma. So any fuck shit you did with anybody, I don't care how bad it was. Say I take responsibility for it now. Whatever happens, happens. Get out of here. Okay, that doesn't mean you're going to leave today. You leave when you want to leave, not when they tell you. And if you don't feel good, then think in your mind, body upgrade. You are that powerful, or you wouldn't be locked in the grid. Don't get it twisted. Okay? So this is their grid. And now they got you locked in, spinning Scooby-Doo. What door am I going to go in? What track am I going to go on? Every time you see Scooby-Doo, when you watch some of their shows, you see them on a coal miner's track. Because they had us digging in the coal mines, nailing us natives when they came in and stole us. They stole us, changed our breathing patterns. That's why it says we're a corporation on our birth certificates birthed out at maritime law. Okay, when you get Black Law's Dictionary, let me find it. I had it yesterday. Oh, shit. My books are everywhere. I've been busy. Okay, I don't know where it is. My coat. Oh, here it is. I got it. Found it. When you get this says you're a sea monster. Okay? Some of us are. Okay, if you ever go watch that show with, I forget, it was in the 70s, of like a sea creature coming out of the water. I forget what it was called. And then they did that one movie like 10 years ago where that sea guy, and he hooked up with that girl and they mated and shit. That's because some of us are that. And there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, because remember, you are light bodies first. you are this first, okay? And the planet is called Agartha. I always get it wrong. And this is you first, or Tara. I think it's Agartha is in the middle, but it's Tara. So look at this as Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, Mars. Okay, that's how you know what planet from your light body, by the color of your light body. That's where they come with the chakra systems. That's how you get your chakra system. Okay, the energy just ding, 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 ding. It just got to download. And that's how you get it, because you're an organic system. Because where do you come from? What does that mean? What does that mean, Tammy, that I'm an organic system? I don't understand what's that mean. Because when you came down here, you came organically from this. You were a tadpole. And then you just, so say one day you were made a tadpole. And then now you just upgraded like a frog does, like amphibian beings do. And some fish, they're the only ones that do. Why? Because we're sea monsters. And then there are some that are just like God, I don't even like to say this because I feel bad. Because I don't like to judge, all right? But some of us do come from the state fair at the Coney Islands and the sales of the kids from the Cabbage Patches. And some of them do come with, like how they do the ectopods with the actors and the actresses. Like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. They just took their genetics, and Angelina had them in the ectopod. That's why when Kim Kardashian, she wanted to experience what it was like to be pregnant, because she had that opportunity because how her soul DNA was. But after that, you never seen her pregnant again. I have a surrogate. Yeah, ectopod. That's it. Okay. So, and they just know that, like, yeah, they have other women be surrogates, but you know how hard that is for a woman to do? There ain't no amount of money that you could give somebody with a true heart money to be a surrogate. That mom wouldn't give the baby away. I'm going to give you $1 million to have a kid. You going to take the money or the baby? Yeah, that's what I thought. See, they don't do that. Okay. So where was I? Shit, where was I? Okay, so that's how their kids are. Now remember, when we are like the amphibious beings, how they evolve, that's how we fly. Now some frogs fly down here because a lot of us are involved. Sea monsters are amphibious beings. And we are all part of the soul system. The soul system. That's why our chakras look like that. They didn't come in and hijack, well, I'm just going to come in and hijack Earth. No. Okay, because we created on all the systems. We first made a planetary system, and in that system, we had one central sun. And then we had all these planets. Blue, 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 creating. We had all these students. Okay, this planet is a school of thought or thought. Thoth. These guys, seeders of the planet, seeders of knowledge. Okay, so the Draconians, I don't have my book here. The Draco, from the Draco system. So this is our system, and then the Dracos are up here. And they make deals that they don't keep. All they do is come in and take. Think about how many people you know like that. Your whole life, they haven't changed. They just take. They haven't evolved up the ladder. What's the ladder? I'm about to show you. Well, I'll have to go in my room and get it. It's the track, or the 8-track. Okay? So as you evolve and you get a download, right after you get that download, you'll hear some dumbass song on the radio. Because you have your floppy disk on one side. Okay, because everything and nothing. You're divine feminine and divine male. How many women on here can be a very, very divine feminine, but also can be a divine male, as in hold it down? When some males can't even do that. I mean, hold it down. Take care of their kids and work and pay their bills. You hold both. Congratulations. You've evolved. Okay? And in that evolution, these motherfuckers came in and they wanted what the emerald has. What does the emerald have that they don't have? I'm about to show you. Technology. Thank you, Angela, if you're watching. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Technology. And not technology as in, let's upgrade our phone. Let's upgrade our car. Let's get a Tesla car. Why didn't I plant a fruit tree? I gotta go buy some fruit now. It's like $3 for an apple. Man, if we would have all planted fruit trees when we got a car, we would have never have to buy food again. Ding, 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 ding. They keep us from that, and we don't even realize it because they got dumb shit on, like this. This is what they got on, where we don't even pay attention. Hold on. That is played in the back where we can't hear. And our light body furthest from Tara. You can't hear it. Because they got you. You can hear it now. One day sit in yourself. That's why you're hearing ringing in your ears. You're starting to hear from your home planet. Okay? And then, hold on. I don't know how to work this motherfucker. Here, I think I got this button thing. Okay, yeah, I do. And then after you realize it, after you realize what happens, something stupid like that comes in your head. Or whatever song was on the radio that you liked growing up. Okay? We all got that favorite jingle. Everything's a jingle. A song, a commercial, or AKA ritual. You gotta do the fucking bullshit. That's what they do. So, divine beings like me and you. So, if you go back and look at all the musicians down to Katy Perry, when Katy Perry first was a singer, and when Tom Petty first started, and Bob Dylan and all them, go see their interviews. They told you what they did. Even the actors and the actresses, this is how they tell you. Shh, don't tell nobody. They have to. Could you imagine having to do that on a magazine and your family know about it? No, like, why are you doing that? And you can't tell your family because you're part of the 2 Live crew. Literally. You're part of these cats. These guys right here. You're part of these guys. What do these guys do? They have to feed off your pineal gland or your oil or your gasoline. What's your gasoline? Now remember, you're a hybrid. So this is you. And then now, this is your light body. And you're inside. What is that, my friends? Your Merkaba. You got to spin or Ezekiel's wheel. See, the one thing about their Bible and all, who knows fucking how many they got. There's always one common denominator. It's perversion and male domination. Well, I'm going to tell you something about male domination. And males, please forgive me. We brought you in this world. We can take you out just as fast. And we can have babies in ectopods and only keep a couple of you as slaves. Yeah. That's what they did to us. And then they had males. Their males. How many girls have been in a relationship with somebody that's been horrible to them? That only wanted you for one thing. And then used you, got pregnant. Don't even see that kid. Don't even see his kid. I got 2 of them. They knew who I was. And now some of you have kids with dads that are dicks. They knew who you were too. They just grew up with a divine mother in the house that said, you better see your kids. That's the only difference. Their mom was behind them. Tell me different. And now some dads have such divine feminine that they're really good with children. They have their divine male and their divine feminine. That means, what is that? That's the twin flame. So when we first seeded the planet, okay, when we first got down, when a fish has children or an organism has a child, they multiply. What does your cells do? Multiply. They make a divine female and a divine male. They just got us thinking, however them things go, I don't know how they fucking go. They just got us thinking we're male and female. Well, how many of us are hermaphrodites? Or how many women you see on Pornhub's got a penis that girls are sucking? Now, this video is only for adult content. So, warning in somewhere. Yeah, we see you. Okay. So, okay, like, where was I? I'm getting a little cold. I got a tissue. Well, I'm not getting a cold. That's a lie. That's, what is a cold? So, I'm going to teach you how you read backwards, okay? I'm going to tell you what a fucking cold is. So, this is the word cold. Cold. There's no O in it. It's just C-L-D-A. So, it's cold. So, that would be no, hold on. Adalis. So you go to Adalis. And then we go to their little bullshit right here. Okay. Let me see. Because I'm learning just as you are. Adalis. So Adalis is these images. Like I said yesterday in my video, this system is a grid. Okay? So I'm just keeping it real. And now that I have a cold, I'm going to teach you magic. Or just, it's not even fucking magic. So take this bullshit away because there's no magic on the planet. It's just what we do. It's alchemy. So I felt a little funniness coming on. Where's it at? That's echolocation. It's right here. And right down in my foot. So I picked it up somewhere barefoot. And it's right on my hand. I transmute and collapse all of that for positive catalyst. Transmuting any negative catalyst. Because everything down here is cattle. What are you eating? You think it's cattle, but it's probably grasshoppers. It's freezing out, Toto and Gala. So, I hope this helps. This video has been about 40 minutes. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. A couple things I want to tell you before I leave that help me bring it in what I need. Okay, so, and I got this information yesterday, and it was really helpful too. So, we come from We're sun beings. You're children of the sun, or the angelfish. Because remember, you are this first organism. When you get your water, okay, and you're holding your water, say, I love you. Thank you. I know you're intelligent. Because you know why they hijacked us? They wanted two things. Just two or three. Well, they wanted a bunch of shit. But the couple main things they wanted was our water and our amniotic fluid, or our placentas. Did you take your placenta home with you? Did you keep your placenta? No. You know what you're supposed to do with the placenta? You're supposed to wait and keep it on you and your baby for 3 days, almost, to help the baby in the amniotic fluid. I'm not for sure how long. I haven't done the research, but I will. I've learned a lot in this book right here. I can't find it. I need to get my books together, Familia. Well, I'm not going to dig for it, but I found my son and I go to places because what do they always say? I'm going to tell you something very, very wise too. Don't judge a book by its cover. See, because all these Masons and all these family members that are lawyers and judges and big-time deans and everything, they're not all of them are who you think they are. It's crazy. And they tell us in the movies because of duality. I'm not for sure how that works. I'm not for sure how that all goes. I haven't figured that all out. But yeah, so try not to eat meat and visualize. What was the favorite thing that you loved to do when you was a kid? Be outside. They made sure the generation, the last 20 years ago, isn't outside. Okay. The last generation, my son Dylan was always outside. My son Drew was always outside till I went to prison. They set me up. They set us up. They set us up with chemical warfare, aka drugs. The worst of the drug addict, probably the most greatest light worker. I know I was really bad. I was so bad. I was spending like $200 a day on perk 30s and alcohol. Well, not alcohol so much. You can't really drink alcohol and do perk 30s. But first I had an alcohol problem, and then I like the perk 30s. Now I like school of thought. And these guys right here, how do you know if somebody might not be who they say they are? They're very perverted. Very, very perverted. When you get up and walk away, you can feel their eyes on you. You'll feel it. They won't really help you out that much, really, ever. And if they do help you, they help you as much because they probably have a drug problem or a problem, with sex, drugs, or rock and roll. That's how you know. So I hope this helps. Namaste.